GM, guys.
GM.
How are you doing, everyone?
Hi. Hi.
And I'm so
Good
jealous
morning,
of
good afternoon.
Simba. Simba is literally from a
Living the
beautiful
life,
farm.
huh?
Oh, with a name like Simba, you have to be in the jungle, right? At this point, if I show up in the city, they'll be like, "What's a lion doing in the city?" So I feel like we're all in the right places, you know. But soon, what I want is I want a
Exactly.
SkyX weather station right here, and I want a Dronedash drone just fly behind my head. You know, that's how you'll
Wow.
really know that it's like it's the future jungle. You know.
That's
And
right,
and
man.
Yeah.
and, and soil sensors are already there from Farmsent. So it's
Nice.
two
Yeah,
more things.
they were shipped. DHL said they were going to deliver it. I've been looking for them here. We got to contact them and get the delivery guy to bring it here because I was away for 2 days. This is the thing about the Bali life, right? We're right in the middle of a jungle, so it's like, you know, the delivery guys all get lost.
So
All
your
right,
lab is
guys.
ready,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I just received the DHL packages as well. Just
Really?
just
Oh,
received
really?
it. Yeah, just
That's pretty
it's
quick.
terrible rain now. Everything is cold. Everything is wet. But I got it. We just got it back. Got into the office.
Epic.
Oh, yeah.
Epic,
Great.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
So,
Epic. Frank is the
so
guy. Frank is the real guy.
no,
I
still
know. Yeah.
still this battery and connector. The second package
Oh, yes.
is
Yeah.
is
Tell us about that battery issue. Sim, you should hear. Practical implementation is different than anything
yeah.
else, right?
Okay.
So we are trying to send the battery from Shanghai to Shenzhen, right? But right now within mainland China, all the battery are not allowed to ship, between,
Oh yeah.
from one location to another because of the hot summer, right? Because of the security issues. So
Mm.
we have to order from the factory directly to Shenzhen. They have the license to ship that, the battery from factory. So we order a new one. So there's a bit of delay for the battery, but yeah. So but it's I think it's gonna be need another few days. Yeah. So should be okay.
Sure. No problem at all.
Yeah. Dark
Well,
virus.
that's the thing with like, we say DePIN brings the real world and the blockchain together, but when you get into the real world, it's stuff like this. It's like I can't ship
Absolutely,
batteries, the
man.
temperature's high,
Yeah,
solving the
real
big
world
problems
problems,
really. Yeah.
real world
And
problems.
and
Exactly.
and
You-
I think one more interesting thing is we have figured out for the next version, the whole set, we will add, the UV, air quality, and even the RTK, right? Because for existing RTK station, the
Mm.
power is an issue, right? So we will incorporate that into our solar panel system. So, with that in place, we can run, all the sensors needed, right? For example, if a farm needs a air quality sensor, we can put in. If it needs the base station, we can also, integrate. So yeah, so it can be, tailored to any specific need. Yeah, I think that's
Nice,
that's
very
pretty
nice.
cool. Yeah.
our soil sensors, generally the battery is for 10 years, so it doesn't need replacement. But if we are going with a frequency of 1 hour to collect the soil data, that might just go for 5 6 years, which is still good enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't think we need to collect
Welcome, Dark
the soil
Virus.
data every hour. Yeah.
Soil data you need every hour, no, not too frequently, right?
Yeah. Not too frequently. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
why I have kept that, just in case tomorrow we require soil wetness, right? So we don't have to
Mm,
worry about the frequency. We can get it directly.
that's true.
We're just
Yep.
adding a module. I was speaking to the sensor guys yesterday. Had a long conversation about gateway and stuff. So they will be requiring a lot of like mapping and everything. But before we move, first let the audience know what are we talking about.
What are
So
we talking about, yo? What are we
right,
talking about, bro?
yes. So Paul, introduce yourself, and then we go from there. Yeah.
All
Ah,
right. Sure. Of course. My name is Paul. I'm the CEO of Dronedash. So essentially, Dronedash started as a drone logistics company, but along the way, we realized that it's actually more fun in agriculture. So that's where we started doing a lot of work in agriculture, and we identified some problems. We realized that agriculture in Asia, particularly, they are very manpower dependent still today. So very labor intensive. So labor costs going up, manpower shortages, people don't want to work in the farms anymore. So they have a real problem. So manpower costs going up, and that's where we realized that something needs to happen. We need to do something about it. And the only way to do this is to go people less. Okay, and in order to go people less, you definitely need to implement technology. Yeah, so this is why all of us are here today. So we have all come together, I think, form a very nice consortium, and we're going into agriculture in a big way. In Asia, starting in Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and thereafter many different places. I think one of the unique things about what we're doing today is that uh, the farmers don't have to worry about implementation costs, right? Am I right, guys? So they
Yeah.
they they just they don't have to they really don't have to worry about implementation costs, because if you talk to a lot of them, they're always very cost conscious. They'll say, "Hey guys, wow, it's going to cost us a lot of money to implement the infrastructure, and we're not sure whether we want to go ahead to do it." But this is where we come in. We say, "Hey guys, don't worry, we'll take care of it. We'll You pay for subscription. We will put in the infrastructure. The team in Web3 will come in to fund it, implement the infrastructure, and the farmers actually pay for subscription." Yeah, so that's why we're here today to share about the whole thing.
Thank you. Simba, you have been involved with farmers like in massive way, and you are living in a farm. Right. So
Yes, sir.
when Paul talks about that farmers can't afford sensor cost or tech implementation cost upfront, how do you think tokenization is going to help them?
Simba.
I love that introduction, bro. Plus, from Dark Virus in the dark, that's we're really living up to our names. Simba in the jungle, Dark Virus in the dark. Um, it's very interesting to be having these conversations with farmers, right? If I was to go to this village and tell them you're going to have drones that are going to help you reduce the amount of pesticides that you're spraying, they would just laugh at me, right? If I would have told them you're going to have weather sensors and environment sensors that are somehow magically going to show up in a way that some community somewhere is going to fund it, to them they would just be like, it just doesn't make sense in the old world, right? Because some company would have to come along, would have to take all of the capital expenditure upfront and buy this hardware, get the licensing, get the rights to do it in the country. It's just a very complicated process. Whereas in this new
Absolutely.
world, we are monetarily incentivizing entities to fund these things. We are incentivizing the farmers by showing them the kind of savings that they're going to have, and for the subscription cost to them is like, compared to how much they're going to save, is negligible. So to them, being able to access all of this high tech, and of course, then the amount of time, energy, effort, and expertise that the geniuses at Dronedash and legends like Paul put into it, all of that brought together means that now the farmer gets to choose to use this technology in their field rather than some company bringing it and implementing it. So finally, they're able to actually access parts of this future tech world which they would have never been able to access. And to me, I'm like, in the end, if you're telling me that we're going to be able to know how much pesticide or fertilizer needs to be sprayed on a plant, and we can optimize that and reduce the amount that goes into the soil, that in and of itself just singularly is worth all the time and effort that we put into it. So it's like magic to them. It's magic. On the flip side, a lot of people think farmers are these like Luddites, and they are. Many of them, technology, they look at their phone and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about, right? But the moment you tell them that there's this benefit you can have, you can save on this, or you can get these tokens, or you can do whatever, they are actually the most engaged people out there. Because to them, having a 5%, 10% reduction in their costs is life changing. But for them to know that their kids can help them with some technology, and then the kids get interested in farming, they're jumping for joy to do these things. But that's a long-winded answer. I don't know if you want to
Simba,
answer the question.
no, I have to interrupt. So, I mean, so obviously the new world is coming, bro. The new world is coming. Nobody wants to work anymore. Farming is really hard work. That is sun up, sun down, sometimes working in the dark, 14, 16 hours a day. These people don't want to do this anymore. These people don't want to, especially in America anyway. I mean, they don't want to do shit, they just want to, get meme coins, $1 million or blah, blah, blah. And this is what's coming. I call it the Wall-E effect. AI is going to come into play, all these jobs, like, Walmart, and they started this years ago. They started implementing, these little robots and stuff. And by the end of the year, we're going to have androids everywhere doing everything behind the counters, doing stuff for us. I mean, the world is fixing to change, and I don't even know where I was going with this, but where was it going with this, Yog?
Well, the thing is, you get lost in the change, man. You're literally doing it right.
Yeah.
Right?
You are as lost as we are in this changing world.
Because there is no answer. There's no answer because we don't know what's coming. But I'm just saying we need to all buckle up, and I really do believe like drones are like the big part of the future, especially like drones and like flying cars and stuff, because I'm on the road every day. These roads are, I know in every country, it doesn't matter. The roads suck. They're overcrowded. We need to start going up. We need to go up higher. This is how we get stuff done faster, more efficiently. Drones, cars, blimps, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm still a little hungover. Sorry, Yog,
That's
Blimp
going to
dash.
happen for sure. They call
It
it
is.
the
It's
low
happening.
altitude economy. Yeah. Low altitude economy. It's going to happen for sure. Yeah. It's a matter of time, really. Yeah. Once governments get their act together, knowing that it's actually quite safe to actually travel in a drone in the sky with the right policies and regulations, it will happen. I mean, we're seeing this in China, as we speak. Yeah.
So, Frank, welcome.
Yes. Yeah.
We all know that weather is changing like rapidly, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the other day we were talking to Martin from Peak, right, who was sweating in Germany for close to 40 degrees, right, which hasn't happened. They're not used to ACs, right?
Wow.
In this changing weather, in the changing world, we see one thing common. The farmers need more data to respond to this changing weather patterns, right?
Yeah.
That means they
Yeah.
need more SkyX. Now, in
Yeah.
somewhere, when we are talking about SkyX solution, it was like, okay, you collect data, and the data is used elsewhere that the farmers are really not aware of. But now that they can take that data directly